Yeah, so again, 6 questions total, 5 points each, 30 points total. 2 questions from each section, so it'll be 6 questions, right? Graph calculator allowed. Just like homework and notes. Test from last year is good too. I'm gonna make the question very similar to I'm basically gonna copy and paste and change the numbers around. That's what I'm gonna do. It's May 14th, so Thursday of next week. You can take it earlier if you want. If you have AP stuff or you just feel like you want to get it out of the way, go for it. If you want to do it tomorrow, I don't know if I'm ready by tomorrow, but if you want to do it next week, you can 100% do that. You get the full hour. Now, if you have some sort of extenuating circumstance where you got like a gazillion APs and you also have a conflict on May 14th, talk to me. Then you can do the week after. It just means it's going to encroach in your final exam review. You could, but just talk to me if that's the case. But the plan is to take it by the end next week. So, or if you so desire, like maybe you want to, if you have a free period or some other way you want to do, that's fine. We'll just talk to me. Okay, so that's unit 5 test. And project again is due the same day, and we'll most likely we'll do the presentations the week after, and also make food for you guys. By the way, I noticed I was gonna do a pizza theme for this project. I got away from that. You know what? Also make food for you guys. I'm okay. Well, maybe I'll book the hearth for us. How about that? During final exam interview, I'll like to eat some food, and yeah, we'll do. And then of course we'll do some final exam review stuff. So that will be coming up soon. All right, so that's unit 5 test. Okay, so the last big item, which I think a lot of you guys are concerned about, is the final exam. Here's what I'm thinking, and I'll probably just repeat this stuff when other people are here. Okay, so final exam. What's the deal with the final exam? So I printed the final from last year, and a lot of the questions I do like. So I'll probably keep a lot of the same questions. And I kind of feel like, I'll give some transparency here. So graphing calculator allowed. I cannot use Desmos, unfortunately. That's just going to be a little too complicated. It does become kind of an academic honesty situation. I mean, I trust you guys, obviously, but I got to be in and out of these rooms because I got a lot of other kids taking tests in a lot of different rooms. And you might have like an English teacher or someone or ceramics teacher or a English teacher that doesn't really understand how Schoology works with like lockdown browser. And we just don't want a situation where there could be some questionable things. So I think it's just best to keep it clean. Graphic calculator, no Desmos. But I am allowing the graphic calculator the whole thing though. There's not going to be a part 1, part 2. It's going to be one whole thing. There'll be 16 questions. You get 2 hours. And it's, of course, 20% of your grade. As always has been. I will provide sequences and series formulas. That's the only formulas I'm providing. That's it. However, no labels. Remember, I labeled them. You guys got to know that now. So I'm not going to label them. Okay. What are the questions you'll see? Question types. Okay. I am going to ask you to graph functions and find limits. But here's the thing. You have a graphic calculator. So do you need to graph it by hand? No. Just punch it in your calculator, see what it says, or whatever it shows, and just graph it, and then find the limit. So I might give you like a rational function, and say, okay, find me the limit as x approaches this or that or whatever, right? So approaches infinity, and there'll be 2 questions like that. So as you can imagine, I'll probably do a rational function. I'll probably do a polynomial function, or be a rational and exponential or something like that. I don't know. You'll see. Find the limits of expressions. 2 questions. In all likelihood, it's going to be some stuff that we did earlier, like, hey, when you have like a radical or you have like a complex fraction, or if you have like some of the trig, like sin x over x, and you have a bunch of other weird stuff around it. So I'll show you some examples of that when I show you delta math. But yeah, you have that. Graph the derivative of a function. Remember we had that little like GeoGebra thing where you guys had to like, there was a curve and you had to like then sketch what the derivative would look like. Or maybe it might be like a multiple choice matching kind of question, but be able to recognize the graph of the derivative, like be able to do that, right? So that's one question. If I don't put any parentheses next to it, that's just one question. So that's just one question. Finding the tangent or normal line to a curve. So there you go. That's as explicit as I can be. Chain rule of a function. So I'll give you a function. You're going to do chain rule. There we go. Probably double chain rule, but yeah. System of equations involving continuity and differentiability of a piecewise function. Okay, I got incredibly granular here with you guys. Do you guys remember those questions? Where like you had a piecewise function, you had a bunch of constants, and then you had to say what are the values of constants to make this differentiable and continuous at a certain x value. You guys remember that? Yeah. And delta map, that's why I'm really excited. It's got a lot of great questions on that. So many. So it's actually infinite. You'll see. So telling you that. The limit definition of the derivative, I want you to be able to recognize that. So you'll have like, something that looks like a limit as a derivative. So know what to do with that. Finding the derivative using a table of values / IVT. So you guys remember I gave you a table? And then like, oh, now like f of x is this and g of x is this. Find me f of prime of g of x or something like that, right? Or find me f prime of 2 or... And I'm going to throw an IVT into that as well. You'll see how that'll get baked in. So again, your IVT. Analyze a piecewise function. Essentially finding limits, derivatives, continuity, and continuity. So I'll give you a graph. It's going to look very crazy. And I'm going to ask about a bunch of stuff about it. Linear motion. Dealing with like position, velocity, speed, acceleration. Okay, hope that makes sense. Advanced sequences / series. I'm not gonna make it too crazy, but something that probably involves both arithmetic and geometric. Kind of like, oh, the first 3 terms follows the geometric, and the first, second, fifth, or eighth term follow arithmetic, something like that, right? Convergence. So something from the current unit. Regression. I'm going to do a regression question. Not going to say exactly what. Could be logistic, could be exponential, could be something, but something involves regression. And I'll make it so it's pretty and now I got to think about this one because it is easier to do that in Desmos, actually, the more I think about it now. Let me think about this one. I might have to like kind of give you the Yeah, I'll have to think this one through a little bit. But I'm going to do this one that involves regression. Optimization, which we're doing right now. So if I do the math here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16. There you go. Okay, so that's your final exam. No surprises. You know what to expect. Okay, now how are you going to prepare for this? All right, so this is your checklist. Like, I got this down. I got this down. Definitely look at your notes. Definitely look at your old tests. Definitely look at your homeworks, right? All those things. You have all the videos to watch. All the playlists are there, right? You have all the stuff you could do. But if you really want a very focused, very efficient way of preparing, this is where I'm very excited. Delta Math. So I created a Delta Math assignment. It's just ready. If you go to Delta Math login using your Sticker Heart email, it'll be there. I'll put the link in Schoology as well under final exam review. You guys haven't done anything yet. I'm just kidding. I just created it. Okay, here are the skill sets. It's pretty intense. A lot of stuff here, but you can see I put like chain rule stuff. I went the highest levels. Derivative rules graphically, more derivatives with table values, value exponential derivative at a point, limits of composed functions. So we did talk about limits of that. Limit properties, limits of rational functions, limits of complex fractions, limits of radical expressions, limits of piecewise functions, finding derivative from limit definition, finding limits graphically, particle motion, all that stuff, particles from a graph, exponential regression, more regression stuff, optimization, IVT stuff. This one I'm really excited about. Like this stuff here. Remember this stuff? You want to practice that? Go for it. It's infinite. Just keep going. Keep practicing as much as you want. Have fun with it. Because if you're differential, you're going to be continuous as well. So you got to look at continuity as well. Um, some stuff on geometric power series, more in series. I may add more stuff. I don't know yet. There's more optimization practice too. So yeah, this is a pretty comprehensive review. The other thing I did too, which I did last year, but wasn't the greatest, but it's okay. It'll do. I print this for you guys. So this is a list of the derivative rules you gotta know. You gotta know these rules, right? Across things that we didn't do this semester. You'll do it next year. And then there's one person, and Ms. Olson also likes this person too, because we both found this person has great pre-cal honors type stuff. All honors pre-cal, there you go. He posed a lot of things, or she, I don't know if it's a man or woman, but yeah, just a bunch of derivative questions. That's kind of good. So you could practice that. It's like an old final exam. And I also put so it's kind of disjointed a little bit, but you can see here it has a lot of things I've been talking about, right? The things I want you guys to practice. Some things I crossed off that we didn't do. Maybe we have done it now, so I don't know. But anyhow, the answers are all provided as well. Near the end of this packet, and I just printed it, is also when I taught AP Calculus AB, some final exam review stuff for the first semester, because it's the first semester of AP Calculus AB. It's like what we've done this semester, a lot of differentiability, a lot of derivative stuff. So yeah, if you want to practice this, there's a lot of stuff here you could do. So I'd say delta math in this packet are probably the two things you're going to want to do. But again, look at your old stuff too. Maybe start there. That's a good way to practice. So you can start now if you want the final exam review. We have 20 days, so giving you plenty of time. So if you want to do final exam review today or tomorrow, cool. You want to do the project today, that's cool. You want to do the test 6 review or test number 5 review, that's fine. Whatever you guys are. Or if you got APs and you're worried about that, do that too. It's up to you guys. So anyway, that's it. I'm done talking, and I'll pick up this packet here. I just printed a whole bunch. Unless the copy machine jammed. So okay, I'll stop yapping.